Alright, what is good? It's your boy Shimmy back with another video. Yes, today we have the last episode of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. This one's about to be a crazy one, so no long talks. Lot the f in. Now let's get into it. Now after taking out Druve, Yuta's thinking in his head, my bad about Shibuya sensei. I was out there with Burna Boy and WizKid in Nigeria, but I won't let you take your best friend out again. I'ma take out that freak Kenjaku and get 400 points. Yuta goes walking and he tells the civilians, y'all are good, you can come out now. We're about to go to the north of the barrier, but he sees a single mother and her daughter struggling and they're tired. He says, Aisle, we can just chill here. Bro's trying to be the father who stepped up. I know these games. Listen, that old man I defeated ran this place, so no one else should come bother us. But then he hears a sound. He says, Mandem, run. He pulls his sword out and bugs just start going everywhere. He sees one of the civilians running from the swarm, so he's like, I'ma save you. But bro is already gone. There's no reverse curse technique that can help that guy. The bugs go to attack Yuta, but he blocks luckily. He tells the people to run and yells for Rika, so Rika breaks the bridge, stopping them. Yuta gets serious and does a dirty slash, taking all the bugs out. Yo, Kogane, is that overgrown chimera a player? Kogane says, yeah, that's Kurorushi. That thing actually looks disgusting though. This bug ain't done, it just busts out a festering life sword and the shit actually looks crazy. And it's an enchanted blade? Kurorushi goes in swinging, but Yuta turns the man into shanks, taking his arm off. He leaves his sword and then hits the bug. See, they're forgetting, he ain't just a swordsman. Yuta's like, where you think you're going? And he pulls up right in front of it and hits it to the ground, but it blocks and sends some more bugs after him. Yuta bags, there's people watching him right now and not one of them's a bad gal. He's thinking, I can exercise this bug same way I did Yuji, but I don't want those people watching knowing I can use reverse curse technique already. I gotta take this thing out without reverse curse technique or Rika. The bug says, why are you interfering with me? I'm just trying to eat. Why? Because you're in the wrong show, gang. Go back to Bug's life. But it says it loves the taste of iron and uses earth insect trance, and all these bugs go after Yuta. Yuta's running all throughout the city and this swarm is just chasing him. He runs up this building and Kurorushi tries to hit him from both sides, but Yuta just slashes them. Then he lands in this field. They surround him and he makes a whirlpool and starts taking these flying bugs out. Kurorushi tries to get the drop on him from behind, but he blocks it. This was a part of the bug's plan though. His sword changes and bugs shoot out of the sword, and then they get Yuta in the arm and start growing out of it. Nah man, Yuta Kaisen can't be over already. Then it actually gets the drop on him and hits him in the chest with the sword. It's looking grim, but Yuta gets up, grabs his face and bites it. Nah man, he's dirty as hell for that shit, but he blows him away with cursed energy from his mouth, and with that he gains 5 points. Then Shorty comes beside Yuta out of nowhere. She says, seems like you can use reverse curse technique, lil, and the sky starts bending. Yuta gets hit to the ground. He's like, the hell just hit me, Casper? Uro goes in and punches, but he dodges and tries to counter. What the? Don't tell me Yuta's been Luffy this whole time, bro. But she pulls space again and elbows him. He's like, what the hell is happening with my arm right now? He gets back up and says, arm's back to normal? Her curse technique must be like a fisheye lens, distorting reality. But she can't do no real damage. Then she just says, my curse technique treats the sky like a surface. And she pulls the sky again. Yuta asks, so Shorty, you won't complain if you get killed, right? I don't know why a gal as strong as you would be moving like this. Huh? Do you not get it? We came back from the afterlife. If I live my life without regret, I wouldn't have linked up with that freak Kenjaku in the first place. But this is the second chance at life and Jaku's leading the way. And more points the better, cause who knows what's really gonna happen right now. Yuta says, don't you have friends? Don't you have someone you love? Yeah, wrap that shit up. He's trying to use talk no jutsu. That's not your bag, gang. Leave that to Naruto. She says, are you a Fujiwara?
What that mean? If you know, you know. What that mean?
What would someone like you know? They're fighting through the air, but Yuta can't land a punch on her. Bro can't control the gum gum fruit. Then Ryu says granite blast and shoots, destroying the area. Yuta's thinking, shit, Rika's protecting those mortals, but an attack like that would dead end some of them. I need to take both of these people out. And Uro's thinking the same thing. Yuta goes in sprinting. Ryu shoots more beams, and Yuta's dodging, spitting on the pole to get away. But his beams have homing? Like what the hell? Then they all hit him into the bridge. Ryu's like, huh, that kid's gone. Then Yuta pulls up right beside him, and it's because he went into the hole Rika made earlier. He goes in swinging. Let's do close combat, twin. Ryu says, will you satisfy my hunger? Like, stop already, bro. Ryu tells him, in my first life, I was a moderate eater. I fought some good people, I dealt with a couple bad gal, Cleopatra and them. I have no regrets, but nowadays shit ain't the same. No one wants smoke anymore, and all the gal have BBLs. Shit is crazy. Yuta says, here it comes, and he gives him a dirty punch and they go at it. And Ryu's like, he reinforces his toughness with curse energy. It's like I'm punching a torta. Why the hell am I unsatisfied? And they go clash, but Ryu sends the man flying. He runs after him, punches him in this building, and he just levels the whole floor. Yuta tries to choke the man, but he does a granite blast backwards. Then Yuta gets a pole, starts swinging it, but Ryu goes upside down and hits him with the granite blast. Yuta blocks it though. Yuta heals his hand, but Ryu punches him down to these tracks, and now Yuta's just chasing him inside. But this was a part of his plan. The man lured him and starts unloading it in this small area. Now Yuta ain't playing games no more. He hits Ryu all the way up and goes to punch him, but Ryu does a granite blast, and now they're clashing. But the blast was too strong and it sends Yuta flying. He's flying out, and Uro gets behind him and uses thin ice breaker. Ryu says, you dirty hoe, you're in my way, and he shoots at her too. She was waiting for this though. She pulls the sky, makes the beam spin around herself, and throws it right back at him. Ryu gets hit and he's like, damn, I ain't never been hit by my own shit before. She looks at Yuta and says, for a new you ain't bad, but now I'm a toy with you. But Ryu's starting to feel disappointed. He wanted Yuta to be one of them ones, but Yuta already used reverse curse technique too much. He shouldn't have too much energy left. I guess he really ain't got it then. Back to Yuta, he knows these two are serious and he wanted to put more distance between him and the civilians, but that shit ain't gonna work. He's got no choice. He says, come Rika, give me everything, and he puts on the Gucci ring and she pulls up. I can't lie, Rika actually looks scary. Both of them are like, hold on, give me everything? He wasn't using his full strength? Now his energy is just going up and up and up. Rika says, yo Wody, what weapon do you want? Like, when could Rika start storing shit now too? She's actually crazy. She could have the El Cinco in there for all we know. He says, that one should be fine. Basically, when he puts on the Gucci ring, he can maintain and sustain a connection with Rika for 5 minutes, and he gets all of Rika's curse energy supply, and he gets a new arm too. So the new wave is you need a Shikigami to fight with you at this point. I need to see a big Raga versus Rika versus Judgment 3-way battle. Rika goes in after Uro, and Shorty says, don't mess with me, but Yuta covers his mouth and says English or Spanish, so now she can't move. He pulls up behind her and Rika's in front of her, and they just start dogging her. This is actually messed up. Ryu's like, damn, they're doing her like that? After that, Rika launches Yuta at him. Ryu tries to shoot a beam, but Yuta blocks it with his new hand. He's like, he can block that shit too? What is that hand? Then Uro gets pissed, she shakes the whole ground, and Ryu comes back and starts going close combat with Yuta. He tries to hit him point blank, but Yuta dodges, and Shorty catches it and launches it back at Ryu. Damn. Rika and Yuta go to combo her some more, but she pulls the sky and makes Rika punch Yuta. So Rika gets pissed. You dumb, she made me punch Yuta? So she grabs Shorty like the Hulk and slams her in the ground. At the same time, Ryu comes back, but this time, he's spinning the granite blast around him, and it actually hurts Yuta. He brings him inside the beam for a serious 1v1. But out of nowhere, Uro hits Rika to the ground and gets everybody with a dirty attack. The Mandem are all still good though. He makes new Shikigamis from his hair and sends them at Uro. When the hell could he do this? She pulls the sky and then just steps on one of them, but she just gets cuts all over her. He's like, what just happened to me? Basically, this is Drew's technique, and this copy Yuta stole that shit.
Stole that shit. That's what I do, man.
With that, she learns he's a copy. Yuta goes to punch with his new arm and she blocks. At the same time, Rika and Ryu pull up too. Yuta says, listen, I don't know what my ancestors did to you, but you too old to hold a grudge this long, shorty. She tells him, shut the fuck up, lil you. Live for others. You don't need to be special. The only people who can say that are people who have achieved something. Damn, maybe she just needs to go to therapy or something, not gonna lie. Move to Ryu and he smiles. He says, God is talking. Uro and Yuta already know Wagwan and they do a 3-way domain expansion. Is this the best panel in JJK? Let me know. Now in an overlapping domain, everyone's guaranteed hit cancels out. But they knew this and they wanted to keep Rika out the domain so Yuta can't have the advantage. But Rika couldn't accept this. She's a real ride or die. She says, give me back my Yuta, and shifts into high gear. But out of nowhere, that bug comes back and says, I like the taste of iron, and he goes in the barrier. Outside the barrier, reinforced cockroaches are distracting Rika. But basically, before the bug went dormant, it reproduced and had an offspring. And once the parent, Kurorushi, died, all the curse energy went into the child. Now back to the domain clash, everything's super complex right now. But Kurorushi broke in, and since he broke in, it destroyed the three-way domain clash. Damn, I look want to see everyone's domain though. With that, everyone's just falling to the ground, and I can't lie, everyone's just aura farming. This is crazy. Ryu got it though, he's number one.
He got that shit on though.
Uro gets distracted by the cockroaches, and Yuta ain't gonna miss that opportunity. He pulls up behind her and kicks her to the ground. She lands on the ground, and the bug is going straight for her. She tries to pull the curtains, but the issue is, after you use your domain, it's hard to use regular curse techniques. And the bug goes and cuts her, then we just see her arm get cut off. Then Rika just eats her arm. Like, damn, I know you're a monster, but I swear you were once human. Uro says, you bitch, you destroyed my arm. But Ryu's had enough. He says, I ain't invite you guys to the dinner table. And he uses Granite Blast straight at both of them. We learn his curse technique is Curse Energy Discharge, and he's the only sorcerer who's capable of releasing the same amount of power regardless if he's in his domain or not. With that, Uro's done on the wall and the cockroaches hurt bad, but Yuta pulls up, grabs its face and ends it right there. Damn, thank God though, that thing needed to go. And he walks to Ryu. Ryu says, welcome to my table, little bro. Yo, Yuta. And he busts out the finger switch. Now the issue is, Yuta's curse technique hasn't replenished yet, but he says, Rika, we got one more guy to deal with. Yuta can only release a blast when Rika's fully manifested, but even at his full power, shit will still be weaker than Ryu, so he's gotta build up curse energy before Ryu reaches his max. That was the plan, but Ryu gave him that look like, you know we gotta do a DBZ beam clash right now. And Yuta ain't gonna back down from a fight. He says, let's run it. So they both go in shooting their beams at each other. But slowly he's getting pushed back and he gets hit into the wall. Yo twin, that was fun. Let's do this again. But then Rika comes and does a beam straight at him. At the same time, Yuta runs straight for him too. Ryu says, okay, that thing can fire, but remember, I'm big dog round these ends. And he blocks the beam with his hand. I can do whatever you can do, boy. I'm ending this. And he gets ready to do another Granite Blast point blank. But Yuta pulls the sky and sends it upwards. Ryu's like, hold on, that was fine shit's curse technique. Bumbleclot, he's not a curse speech user. His technique is copy. But hold on, there's gotta be some conditions to satisfy it. And he bags it. It's when Rika ate Shorty's arm. Then Yuta goes and uses Thin Ice Breaker. Rika comes and gives him another rude punch from the top. But at the same time, the 5 minutes are up for Rika and Yuta's connection. But Ryu's a dog. He goes and gives Rika a dirty punch. And that was too much for her and she reaches her limit and starts to disappear. Yuta goes in close combat and keeps hitting him. Ryu's like, yes, this is my dessert. But then Yuta grabs him and says, we're done. And the Granite Blast from earlier comes back and hits him. Nah man, Yuta's actually crazy. The man hit him into the right spot so the beam would get him. That's my MC. Then Ryu says, thank you Twizzy, my stomach's full now, and he falls. Now Ryu finally wakes up and he tells Yuta, you're soft boy. Yeah, Fine Shit said the same thing to me. She said there ain't no benefit in sparing your enemy's life. Ryu's like, hold on, Fine Shit's still alive? My blast must have been weaker after the domain, but apparently they had something going on between them in the past, who knows. But Yuta tells him, there's nothing that I could say to a gal like that, cause I'm just a blessed you. Ryu don't know what he's talking about, but Yuta tells him, give me your points. Then Kogane shows up out of nowhere and says, Rule 10, players may transfer a number of points of their choosing to another player. Ryu says, I bagged it. Without that rule, you would have really turned us into Yamcha. Yup. Now Yuta goes to Uro and she says, you're reaching your limits, lil Yu. I seen it all. Listen, sorcerers, curse spirits, all of them, they can be strong, but they all don't compare to overwhelming aggression. And we see Sukuna in his Heian era form? Yeah, what the hell is that, man? And we're supposed to beat that? Yeah, GG's. Alright, that's all for this episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. JJK Season 3 is finally finished. Let me know how you felt about the season. Is this your favorite JJK season? Is this the best season so far of 2026? And yeah, that is it. It's been a good journey. It's been a really good journey. I enjoyed it. I don't know about y'all. But yes, as always, let me know what you guys want to see down in the comments and your boy will get onto it. Whether it's anime, whether it's non-anime, we will be doing it. We did Invincible last week. We'll probably do it again next week. I don't know. It depends on how the Mandem are feeling, but we'll probably do it again next week. And then whenever Steel Ball Run decides to come back, we're gonna hop on it. But yeah, also let me know what you guys want to see from the spring 2026 season. If there's anything weekly that you guys want me to do. I know there's slime. I'm not gonna lie, Streets told me a little bit that slime's gonna be a lot of political shit this season. So I don't know if y'all want to see that. I don't know if I want to do that, but we'll see how episode 1 is and then we'll make a decision. But Classroom of the Elite, Wistoria, Witch Hat Atelier, I heard that one's supposed to be a banger. Demons of the Shadow Realm, I heard that one's also supposed to be really good. Full Metal Alchemist author. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see from those, or if there's anything else you want to see, and your boy will do it, obviously. And we're gonna be doing One Piece, by the way, of course. We have to get ready for One Piece coming back April 5th. Giveaway is still coming. I think we're gonna do whatever the winner wants. So whether you want the El Cinco or you want the Switch 2, you can get it. Yeah, follow your boy on all socials, join the Discord, follow more Shimmy for some more Shimmy content. Obviously, that's why it's called More Shimmy, you feel me? And yeah, I'll catch y'all boys and girls and everybody else in the next video. Peace!